Hey guys, hope everybody's having a great day. I want to take a few minutes today and go over one of my favorite EDC knives. That's the EMP EDC NYMBLE. This is the first EMP EDC, Every Man's Pocket EDC knife that I got in my collection, and all I can say, guys, is I have been impressed. I've had this knife for a little over a year. This was not the first release, it was the second release. I've got the natural satin with the satin blade. It came with natural hardware, but I did order from EMP EDC the purple hardware upgrade, or the satin blue, I forget what that's called, which is one of the things about EMP that's pretty cool. They've got all kinds of different ways you can customize the knives, and when they release them in about four different patterns, so you can get different styles if you like blackouts, if you like tucks, reverse tucks, just all the popular offerings with different hardware. But the EMP EDC was the brainchild of John Rusk. John and Jamie Rusk started this company, believe it or not, only about 2 years ago, guys. This is a young company. This is a young company that is making major moves and designing fantastic knives. So before I gush on them any further, we're just going to talk about the EMP EDC NYMBLE. And this is the regular NYMBLE, the original. It is a small to medium sized knife. I'll have the specs in the description. You can check them out on EMP EDC's website. But you can see that I can get a full 4-finger grip on that handle without even using the choil. The pocket clip gives me absolutely 0 hot spots, and then I've got that very generous choil that allows me to manipulate that blade any possible way I would want to. I've got jimping where it needs to be, it's smooth where it needs to be, and then you look at the grind on the blade. It's deep, flat grind, super sharp, super slicey, fantastic deployment hole there, and a nice thick blade stock. It's not too dainty, but again, still plenty slicey. And one of the things that this knife is known for is its multiple deployment methods. So the NYMBLE is a fidgeter's dream. And I know a lot of people are going to throw up in their mouth when I say that, because knives are cutting instruments and tools. But if we even take away the fidgeter element, it gives you a lot of choices to get your knife into action. So it's got the traditional flip. It's got the front flip. It's got the thumb flip. And it's got the middle finger flick. And they're all tuned perfectly, which a lot of times when you look at multiple deployment knives, 1 or 2 of the deployments might be just spot on, but then some of them suffer. I mean, this knife, from slow rolling to flipping as I fail it, to flipping to flicking, which is the way I open knives, it's just a joy to deploy. So that is the EMP EDC OG second release NYMBLE. Do a couple of quick size comparisons. Let's flip this over so it's flush. And let's look at it next to our Cold Steel 4MAX, which it will be much smaller than. And let's look at it next to our Civivi Elementum, which will be larger than, but more in the ballpark than the 4MAX. Let's look at it next to the Benchmade Bug Out. A little bit smaller blade than the Bug Out. Handles a little bit smaller too, so that's going to put it a good bit smaller than the Spyderco Paramilitary 2. Hopefully that gives y'all a good idea. It's just ever so slightly smaller than the Bug Out, but it's going to be a little bit wider. It's got contoured scales, so it does give you, or at least gives me, the feeling of a little bit more substantial knife. But that again is the EMP EDC NYMBLE, one of my favorite knives from one of my favorite companies. Those guys are fantastic. You guys be fantastic to one another. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out to the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other and love one another. Agree to disagree and go forward with positivity. Guys, I love you all. Please subscribe if you're inclined, and thank you for watching my video. Peace.